Hey, what's up, good people? How you doing? Welcome back to Stock Up with Larry Jones. Go ahead and hit that like, subscribe, and notification bell. Hey, there's a lot going on this week. We got jobs. I believe the Fed will be talking this week. Be mindful of that. I believe we got jobs this Friday, and we have what? We have big tech reporting this week. Seven. The Mag 7, we have six of them, six of the Mag 7 reporting this week, which will represent about 25% of the S&P 500 and about 50% of the NASDAQ, right? So I want to bring your attention to this is in the Mumu app. Sorry, I can only show it vertically. I'm showing you from my phone. As you can see here, on Monday, we see what has to report on today. Today is Monday, but if you go to Tuesday, you can see that Microsoft and Google and AMD. So Microsoft, Google, and AMD is on Tuesday, the 30th. They will all be reporting after closing bell. And then Wednesday, we could see that it's not much, but on a Thursday, we got Apple, Amazon, and Meta all reporting. So all of this tech Tuesday and Thursday is reporting. Now, that was the Mumu app, good people. I want you guys to go ahead and download Mumu if you have not. It does not matter how many portfolios you have. You can always use another one, okay? And go ahead and get your up to 15 free stock. Get 5.1% on your uninvested money. And if you're opening up a Mumu account for the first time, they're going to give you an extra 3%. So you're talking about 8.1%. All right. That will be on this one. We're going to make it the top link below. Okay. But you gotta fund it with a minimum of $100. All right, let's keep it going. One of my bold predictions is that the crypto miners, though they are having a green day today, that they will continue on this downward sell-off, and so that's just a prediction. Now, anything I say is not a suggestion for you to buy, hold, or sell. Do your own study, do your own due diligence. But Larry, what happens if it doesn't? That's why I'm DCAing. You guys saw when I started DCAing again last week, I came here and I said, I am starting again. So I'm starting up again. And as a matter of fact, let me show you where I am on that. We could see that HUT was up 5%, Clean Spark was up 12%, TerraWolf was up 10%, Mara was up 8%. But that is not what's going on right now. I believe they are cooling off right now, right? And yes, they are. They have given a lot back. Here we are. Now HUT has given up its gains, all right? I'm DCAing into Tesla back again, right? Clean Spark is up 5%. Cypher's up 11, let's say 12%. Riot 1%, and Mara now only 2%, right? And then you guys could see MicroStrategy and Bitfarms, all right, to name a few. This is not all of them. Now, I told everybody that I'm DCAing daily in the top three: Clean Spark, Mara, and Riot. Those are the three that I am DCAing in, right? So you know what? While we're here, let me go through this, right? Let me tell you guys this. There is another stock called DWAC, right? Let me just pull that up. Digital World Acquisition. I'm going to discuss this and I'm going to be done with it. As we can see right now on DWAC, Digital World Acquisition, we can see that it is down 5.5%, right? And the warrants are down 3.9%. We'll call it 4%, right? So we could see both of them are down, but the warrants are down even less, right? A lot of people are asking about it. I'm not going to cover this every day. For the week, we're down 27%. And for the month, we're actually still up 107%. Now, some of you are down because you got in late. Some of us are still green. and I have it in multiple portfolios. Okay. So now you have to do what's best for you. Here's what I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to piss some people off that have their emotions where their head should be. DWAC, Digital World Acquisition, is a SPAC. I don't care who it represents. Understand this. It's a SPAC. DWAC is not ran by our former president. It's a SPAC, right? So you must go and first research what a SPAC is, Special Purpose Acquisition Company, right? Then you have to know that Truth Social is not ran daily by the former president. Now, you also have to understand that all SPACs have performed horribly, okay? And I'm going to tell you this. It is not factual. This is what I think. I think that when Sister Girl drops out of the race, right? When Haley drops out of the race, Nikki Haley, that I believe that that will probably be your biggest surge left in this play. And then I believe it's done. And then I believe it will slowly bleed off and literally tank. Now, there could be a black swan event that negates all of that, and it could continue to run. But so far, that's what I see. If you don't believe that could happen, go back 2 years ago when we were in this play before, and you saw exactly what happened. Now, take your politics out, get your feelings out of the way. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with it's a SPAC. You've been warned if you get burned, all right? So that's where we are with that. And I still have some left, but you best believe if Nikki Haley drops out and it surges, I'm selling all of it and I'm never getting back in. All right, you do you. Okay, so here's also what I want to show you guys, okay? Listen, while we're in these plays, and I mentioned DWAC because DWAC, Digital World Acquisition, for me, and should be for you, it's not a long-term hold. It is a swing trade. You get in and you get out, right? We get in when it's low, and when it runs up, we get out. Now, having said that, I want to show you guys some of the things that I want you guys to consider that are just into the swing trades. Now, I'm just going to show you a piece of one of the portfolios that I created for the $5 a day challenge, but understand that I have way more than this in other portfolios, okay? As you could see, this portfolio, this is named Blue Chip Portfolio, right? And that's what I named it, okay? So you could see NVIDIA. You could see that on a stock that I don't think that I have to look at my my broker every 5 minutes because it's dropping by 50%. You could see that in this portfolio, I'm up 144% in NVIDIA. You could see I'm up 44% in Netflix. You could see I'm up 24% in Google, right? 15% in Amazon and 7% in Apple. Now I have way more Apple in another portfolio, right? I have way more Apple, and then I have a lot of Tesla in another portfolio that also goes into blue chips. Why do you have it in another portfolio? Because in this portfolio, you have to manually buy your shares. And the other one is set it and forget it, right? And so that's why. So what I'm going to do, what I always do towards the end of the year or when I think I have enough, is I send it from the other portfolio to this. So I'm going to send my Tesla from the other portfolio. Don't worry about the $100 or $200 or $150 that they charge me. And I'm going to place it in this long-term dollar cost average portfolio. And I'm going to sleep well, knowing that this is a portfolio that I'm not going in to take any money out to swing trade. But I'm just going to point this out too. I want you guys to look at this because this is going to help somebody. I want you to see how much I still have in cash in this portfolio, right? So I'm being transparent with you guys, just upfront and transparent with you guys. Let's go to the next one. Okay. This is my ETF portfolio, and I'm dollar cost averaging into this. Now, VUG, I'm up 18%, VTI 14%, VOO 15%, and I have way more VOO in another portfolio, right? QQQ, I have way more in another portfolio, 17%. IGV is something that I just got into like a week ago. I shared with you guys, already up to 0.44%. And I have a ton of ARC in another portfolio. But in this one, I'm up 7%. Larry, why are you talking about this stuff? I'll tell you in a minute. I just want to show you guys. All right. Now, this is my growth portfolio, dollar cost average, right? Sometimes I'll add some, sometimes I'll drop some. All right. So now if you could see at the time of recording this, my SoFi, and I have way more than this in another portfolio, up 24%, right? You know what? Let's go back. Let's go back here. As you can see, you see how much cash is left there at the top in this one, right? Now let's go to the last one. Look at how much I'm up in Palantir. I'm up 60% in Palantir. DraftKings, I'm up 132%. Look at that, 132%. But I just added Cleveland Cliffs, CLF. And I actually, Roblox, I'm down 1%. So what am I going to do? I'm going to start really buying more Roblox because I believe a year, 2 years, 3 years, 4 years down the road that this is going to be a monster stock. So I'm going to be adding more to that. All right. Cleveland Cliffs is in the iron business. Okay. And if things do cool off, stuff like iron and concrete is going to take off. So I wanted something totally different to diversify what I'm buying, right? So these are some of the things that I wanted to show you, and so you know that I'm not just talking, but I am putting my money where my mouth is. All of my money is not into these risky plays. When I make money from these risky plays, DWAC being one of them, then I take my winnings and I put it towards long term. Okay. Now this is only one of my long-term portfolios. You don't have to be as crazy as me and have 7 portfolios, right? And I have a crypto portfolio where I do the same thing. I have altcoins and all of this that I'm eventually going to be converting after the run up into Bitcoin, into Ethereum, into more Ethereum and more Solana and more Bitcoin, because I want to have the top dogs and the layer ones. Now, if you guys want to really know how to build generational wealth, make sure you download the second link below, or you'll see something that pops up on your video screen right now, and that's Stock Up You. And Stock Up You is where you will truly learn and earn. Okay. This one is a little different. I just wanted you guys to be focused on the long term. I believe now, even with tech as big as it is a time not for you to load up on tech, but it is a time for you to start to carve out your future where you are not worried because you're in a play that's going to tank 100%, that's going to tank 50% in an hour, where you're setting up long-term generational wealth, right? And if you make under a certain amount, you should be doing it in a Roth IRA first, where it's tax-free. So this is the basis of what I teach. I come to you with these hot plays so we can just grab that money and add to our long term. But I'm still mostly cash. Now, all of my cash is not being, and I have mostly cash in all of my portfolios are mostly cash. Now, Larry, could you have been making more money? Yes, I could have. All of my money is not at work. Now, There's a downside to that and there's a upside to that. The upside to that is if the market does come back down and it does tank, I'm taking my money and I'm boom, going in heavy with equities. All right. You let me know what works for you. But meanwhile, if you're too bearish, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. But we've been doing extremely well with our swing trades, which keeps adding to the amount of cash that I have. Follow? And I don't over trade. All right. I hope someone got a lesson from this. Okay. I talked about a scripture says the race is not given to the swift, but the one that endures to the end. So I want you guys to make a 3-year, 5-year, 7-year, and 10-year plan and stick to it so you can truly build generational wealth. I know it's a lot of hot things to talk about, but I feel in my heart of hearts that someone need to hear this and to see this today, to know that, hey, he's not just talking about the hype. He's trying to build a solid foundation. And I want you to build a solid foundation. Now, please leave me some comments. What are your foundational stock? Again, I keep asking that because if somebody comes over here and says that all Larry talks about is penny stock, I'm going to drop kick you in the knee. All right. I love you guys. Make sure you check out those 2 links below because that will help you learn now and earn later. Understand, the more you learn, the more you earn. All right. So come join Stock Up You and then make sure you download Mumu and get those free stock and get that 8.1%. We will see you tomorrow.